Hey people, this is Ashley.
Hey people, this is Ashley.
Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. And I gotta say it, dude. Everyone, I'm like, I'm so excited. Because I really am so excited every time somebody comes and sits down with me. It really does. Dude, it really does blow my mind. So, let me do shout outs real quick because I know I always forget. Make sure every Friday you turn into the Houston Collective. 8 p.m. you will hear replays of all of the podcasts that have been on here. Shout out to Joseph and Lucid Scream Studios for putting up with my shenanigans and letting me film here. And Mondays now are new, I guess, live interactive location is at Big Al Brewery over off of Airline. It's super cool. They're the only Latino-owned brewery in Houston.
That is.
I mean, really think about that.
Very surprising.
They're the only Latino-owned brewery. It's Big Al in Turkey Forest. It's family-owned. It's very cool. I actually had my baby shower there 2 years ago.
For reals?
Yeah. I mean, they're great. So that's the fun new Monday place. So make sure you stream, follow us, all that fun shit. I'm so terrible about promoting and all that stuff. I'm like,
It's all good.
I'm terrible about it.
It's hard to remember. It's hard to remember.
Subscribe. Okay, so your name, stage name, whatever you feel comfortable with name, because now I know we had a private conversation. The band you're with, in case people don't know, and go ahead and say missing members.
So today I here by myself, and the members of the band is Sarah. She plays guitar.
Okay.
I have Brianna. She does the DJ, and then Myra. She does drums. Me, I'm the songwriter. So behind the live performance, I do everything pretty much on my own. And my band, they're like my partners in crime, and they're the ones who make the live performance essentially extremely like. It's an experience whenever we play live.
It
meant to
really
be
is.
an
I've seen
experience.
her live before.
Without them, it would just be me on stage, and I would be awkward as like straight up, be like rolling around and like doing somersaults. I don't know what I would do.
What is the name of the band?
The band is called Some Magical Shit.
Some Magical Shit.
Some
All
Magical
female band.
Yes.
And I am actually going to do a shameless plug right now because my birthday is in June.
Oh, what day?
It's June the 8th. I am a Gemini. There's a lot of Geminis in my family.
My daughter's birthday is in
There's a lot of
June.
Geminis in my family.
Sarah's birthday is in June.
My oldest, I have the same birthday with my oldest. So.
Oh, June 8th. Okay.
And he's a Gemini. My daughter's a Gemini.
My mom was a Gemini.
My mom is a Gemini.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Geminis.
Woo, it's a thing. June 8th. But, I work with like Chris and Scout and the whole Punk Star family. They always do their shows at the end of the month. I want to have a all-girl bill for June for my birthday.
Ooh.
Wink, wink, Thomas. Wink, wink, Chris. Barry.
Like a show or
Yes, like you guys would play like a Punk Star show, but I would like it to be all female bands from Houston. So you guys, obviously, Garbage Girlfriend. What other female bands do we have here? We need some. If not, we're gonna be like, you're having an hour and a half, they're having an hour and a half, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
Unless you my brain is dead right now, but the only other female band I know is my other band, BC Binge.
Okay, so you're gonna be working overtime.
So yeah, I guess I'll have to be working overtime. BC Binge, yeah, so it's just me and DJ Brianna and I. So Brianna.
Because let's talk about that. Female bands.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as any other female bands, I'd have to think. And by the time I think of something, it would be the end of the podcast because my brain is not working right now.
Why do you think that is?
Like as far as like just
why aren't there more all girl bands? Is it not cool to be in an all-girl band anymore?
It's not that it's not cool. As
Is
a
booking
musician,
hard for y'all?
you know, someone who's been around for a hot minute, it's hard to find other female musicians. I've been playing music since I was 11 years old,
Okay.
and that was like what I had aspired to do. I had always wanted to be in an all-girl band, and I've been in several all-girl bands, except there were, you know, with two of the bands, there was always like one guy. You know what I mean? It's hard to find an all-girl band. It really is. So, essentially, like it's just hard to find members.
Come on, girls.
It's hard to find members, and then some of the girls that you meet, you know, they're a little bit more dramatic, you know, or you don't vibe. Like, I don't know. It's hard to, most of the time though, it's just hard to find chicks.
This is why the underlining of this, that's why there's two types of girls, right? Girls that have a bunch of guy friends and girls that have a bunch of girlfriends.
Exactly.
Agreed, right? You know what I'm talking, you know what I'm
Yes.
Is that why maybe
Yeah.
their girl bands are, this is gonna bug the shit out of me now.
Yeah, like it's hard to say. It's just,
Cause I'm thinking of you guys and Garbage Girlfriend, and y'all are very different.
I need to check them out. Garbage Girlfriend. That's a cool name.
14, 15, 16 years old.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm big.
That's literally like how I started. When I started, I was in a band called Hydraulics.
They're all in high school.
Yeah, high
They're in
school.
high
I was 13.
The mom's like the manager, the dads
Yeah.
are like roadies and make t-shirts. It's like a whole,
That's amazing.
it's a whole
Garbage
thing.
Girlfriend. That's a really
It's a-
cool name.
They actually played the last show at Acadia.
They played the last show
The
there?
last show at Acadia.
Damn. That's cool as hell. I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yeah.
Especially since they're young.
All girls.
You know, like I feel very in tune with something like that because of the fact that like I've said, you know, I've been playing music since I was 11, and I'm 33 now. But when
Oh, you're a baby still.
you think so, I feel like I'm like
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm like 83.
No.
But
You're
but-
a baby.
but
So
yeah.
old.
Jessica Stewart from Vanilla Sugar, I met her through an ad at Musical Round.
Okay, God, thank God you didn't say Craigslist. Thank you, Jesus.
Not Craigslist, no, we didn't do Craigslist.
No, there's some bands that actually say that's how they
Met on
met each
Craigslist.
other.
I've met people through Craigslist too.
Oh my
I
God, is
have.
that safe?
It's not safe.
Is that a thing still?
It's not safe, but it's happening.
PSA, please don't get on Craigslist.
Don't do Craigslist. Don't do Craigslist. Facebook Marketplace. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just you can buy me. I'm a band
Wait, do
member.
you guys not have apps? Are there not apps for
For music,
like dating apps, but for bands?
there used to
Where you guys could
Man.
link up and find
there's a app.
people?
It's not an app, but it's like it's a website called Bandmix, and I forget
Okay.
about it all the time because I haven't used it.
Because
And
I always
like,
wonder how you guys meet each other besides like open mic nights. But if you're a guitarist, a drummer,
Mhm.
bassist,
well,
why would you go to an open mic night? Isn't that just for like singers usually?
open
right?
mic nights can be for any musician, depending on like what they have set up on the stage.
Okay, so it depends on like the venue and the whole
Yeah,
setup. Okay.
and honestly, I have never done one, and I have always wanted to do one. Like, so honestly, that's on my
19th
bucket
hole
list.
does them all the time. Maybe we should like take a road trip. I'll come pick you up because you live
Let's
so
go.
far. We'll have to like
Let's go. We're on the
we'll
east
get
side.
a-
East side homies, yeah.
We'll get a driver to come drive us. Because I just
Hire a limo.
I seriously wonder
yeah.
how that works. Are you from Houston?
I am from Houston. Yes,
Okay.
I'm from Houston. Born and raised in the southeast.
Okay. And you always knew you wanted to be into music, or was it like, oh, doctor, lawyer, ballerina?
So
And then you're
no,
like,
I
rock,
did not.
rock.
I never
rebel,
expected-
rebel.
Music came to me at a very late time in my life. Like as far as what I mean, not very late. I'm saying very late because I know a lot of kids that started like 5, but like I got into music when I was like 10 or 11 because I had a crush on my neighbor. His name was Chris, and
Shout out, Chris.
Shout out to Chris. R.I.P. R.I.P. It's been
Aw.
years, but like he loved a band. He loved Green Day.
Mm.
So he showed me Green Day, and I fell in love with Green Day. I'm like, oh my god, I had a big hardcore obsessive Green Day phase, and I got so into it. The thing is with me, throughout my whole life, I've had obsessions.
Okay.
So when I found the obsession of like Green Day and then music, it's like that stuck. It never went away. All the other obsessions, like skateboarding, because I used to skateboard. I love skateboarding. I'm not good at it anymore because I stopped, and I decided to stop because I'm like, I need my hands.
Dude, I trip upstairs. So
Right.
I
was like, I need my
skateboard.
hands.
I'm not.
I need my hands so I can play guitar because I play guitar.
People
As
that
well.
know me know, like, not even getting on a skateboard.
But yeah, so that obsession stuck with me. And when I started playing guitar, I just fell in love with it, and then I just kept going. And
How'd you learn? Did you just go to your parents? You're like, I want a guitar for Christmas.
what's funny is my dad was collecting guitars. He had 26 guitars.
Okay, so does your dad, your parents play music? Okay,
My
so
dad.
Your dad plays music.
Well, actually, sorry, no, he does not play music.
He plays guitar.
He just collected. He kind of tried. He had so my dad.
It's pretty.
I don't
impressive
know
collection.
why. I don't know why he did it. He just bought a bunch of random ass guitars, and the whole room filled with guitars. It was a mini guitar center, like like that, like freaking 26 guitars.
Maybe just. I mean, some guitars are pretty. They look pretty.
He
right? 'Cause
collected
they're
cool
different.
ones.
They're
He
you were
had
looking
one-
at that one over there.
Yeah.
I mean, all the guitars
Marcus
in this
Miller.
room look different. So
Yeah, and he even had like a really cool one signed by Billy Gibbons. He had an American. It literally looked like a damn American flag. I don't remember the brand, but whenever like just one day I just picked up one of the guitars and I started playing, and I didn't even put the strap on correctly. I just put it like this. You know, you're supposed to do it like around.
You tell me, cause I cannot.
Well, I put it on wrong, but I played with my thumb like this, and I was like, but my friend Mark Ramirez, he actually works with me at Guitar Center.
Seriously, today he is still to this day. Y'all work together.
Yes, and I knew him since I was 5 years old.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and we just keep crossing paths. Like
That's insane that you've known someone that long.
it is.
I don't know if
insane.
that's normal anymore to know.
I don't. I don't know either. There's two people in my life that I've known that long. Mark and my one of my best friends, Alex, and we all went to a Catholic school together. But Mark, he would bring his guitar to school at my Catholic school and play AC/DC Back in Black every day.
Rebellion happening there.
Pretty much, he'd play Back in Black, and then I'd watch him and be like, "Wow, that's cool." And then he taught me how to play the power chord. The power chord is the universal chord on the guitar. You can use it and play it pretty much anywhere on the guitar. It's like da 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 da. You don't even have to like change it around. But anyways, so once he taught me that, I was like, cool. You know what I mean? Cool, I got this. And then I started wearing the guitar correctly and put the strap on right. And I didn't use my thumb anymore. And we made a really silly sounding band. It didn't really sound that great, but hey, when you're 11 or 12 years old, you got to work with what you got.
Well, and you had social media at that point. Were you guys posting stuff on YouTube?
No, because whenever I was 11, we didn't have any social media yet. The social media when that started,
You said 33?
I'm 33, so
I think we had Facebook before.
It was
like-
MySpace.
yeah, it was like MySpace.
It was MySpace.
Facebook had started, but it was like you had to be in college.
Me,
I don't think people remember like when Facebook first started, like it was made for college kids.
I remember, okay, so MySpace started when I was about maybe 13 or 14, and I got my MySpace, and I got so into it, and like, you know how there's HTML?
We became coders. Like,
Yeah,
we
like you
all
had to-
coders all of a sudden.
Like, I forgot how to do it. I don't remember, but it was HTML, and then you'd make your page look like super badass. The name is Courtney Chaos, trademark.
There was so much stuff we could do on MySpace.
Yeah, and it's like your page was like your whole personality.
It was. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that shit is
That
like
is so
nostalgic as fuck for me. Like, I love
Bring it. Like, can we not bring that back?
Bring it back.
please.
Mark Zuckerberg. Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. Bring back MySpace.
Oh my god.
What's his name? Tom?
Yeah, seriously, just in the white shirt. Right? I think
Partner-
he had a thumbs up,
Yes.
or was he at the keyboard or something?
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg. Partner up with Tom.
Seriously.
This is for you, sir. You got to make it happen.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. There is a website actually called Space Hay, and it is a MySpace ripoff.
Okay, now we're all gonna be. It's gonna like blow up. Now we're all gonna be like, wait, what is this?
It's just not the same.
Okay, so it's
though.
like when the Tickety Tack.
TikTok.
Because I never know if I can say it or like if I'm gonna like
We
hit
can
bleep
call
or
it
something.
we can call it that. It's basically the same thing.
When everybody like thought it was gone for those whole 12 hours, and then what was it, Red Note or the other little
Vine.
That was like another Asian little spin-off. All of a sudden blew up.
Damn, I don't know.
Dude,
There's so
it's
many
crazy.
social fucking medias. Like
It's insane.
it is.
Do you think social media helps or hurts?
Good question. I think people are. I think it can help depending on your hashtags and the monetization. I don't know.
Okay, so there we go. Hashtags.
Hashtags.
Do you believe in hashtags?
For certain.
Dude, Apex Fallen is like hashtags.
I think that it's important to use hashtags because if you like look up something on like Instagram or something and you're like female musicians, right? All of the pictures of the female musicians come up, and if you use like your basically so
play around with it. I've started to play around with it. Some uploads I use hashtags, some I don't.
I have
It seems the ones that have hashtags attached to them get more views than the ones that don't.
Yes, like on TikTok for example, and I learned this from my homie from work, Wes. He was telling me that if you put like FYP or hashtag FYP, hashtag for your page, hashtag your page or something like that, and then have a trendy song on or something of that matter, that essentially helps get more views and clicks. Because he was telling me,
because that's what it's about, right? Like you guys have to, I think Opie Hendrix, that one is on. By the time this one airs, that one has aired. I actually broke down the whole how many clicks and listens you guys have to actually make money. That's fucking
it is
nuts to me.
It is.
That's so I was like, so merch, right? Well, we'll lead into the merch question. Do you guys have merch? I'm assuming you do.
Yes, I do. I brought some today for you. I brought some for you today. I have stickers. I have a long sleeve shirt. I have a short sleeve shirt. I have two short sleeve shirts. I have a wristband.
Dude, I'm totally gonna be.
I brought all.
I'm currently collecting wristbands, so
yeah,
that will be put on and not taken off.
Yeah, because you invite me on here. I pay my respects by bringing you some awesome merch, and all this merch I designed myself,
which is very cool. So it's free promotion for you, honestly, because I wear this shit everywhere. So
I've
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
everybody that like gives me stuff, I end up wearing it on the podcast and stuff.
It's just
in the shows when I go out and stuff. So.
Yeah, and it's just me appreciating you. I they're larger sizes just because it's like why not? Might as well. Larger size is better than too small. I like pictures. So
this is true. And you do live down south. We're up north filming. I like to call it the north and south divide. Do you think that's a real problem that we have?
The north and south of what?
Divide, where there's a lot of bands that play on the north side, like 19th Hole BFE, that don't play at Scout Bar. There's a lot of bands that play at Scout Bar that don't get to play at 19th Hole or BFE, and now we don't have a KU or Concert Pub.
Yeah.
So it limits us, right? I guess Dan Electros now is you
they're getting hot, yeah.
Dan Electros is blowing up, especially during this won't air during the radio. Doing a plug right now, editing here. Check out Dan Electros during rodeo season because they did it last night. Every Wednesday or Thursday they're doing rock music during the rodeo.
And speaking of Wednesday,
Dan Electros.
Yeah, Wednesday is at Dan Electros. BC Bench is playing at Dan Electros next week.
Okay, see?
For Rock Night. What is it called? Rock Night?
Yeah, okay, so it is a Wednesday. It's the Wednesday that they're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, and Dan Electros has been around since I was just a little kid.
Yeah, it's closer to my neighborhood, so.
I'm excited for that, actually.
Check out Dan Electros Wednesday for sure. Yay. So, do you think.
The divide.
Is it because Houston is an hour away from Houston, right? It is very far.
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah. And it's like we're all adults and we're getting lazier. we have jobs. It's hard to be like promoting. It's hard to promote in general, and you have to make an impression on the people that you're playing for. You do, and you have to make the performance as unforgettable as possible. You have to give these people an experience, and no matter, it takes a lot of time to do that. No matter how hard you try, it takes a lot of time regardless. So if you're, a typical like Scout Bar player, you play at Scout Bar all the time, and then you go and you get a lot of people there like seeing you. You have your following in the South, but when you go to the North, it's like you have to start over.
It's because it's different.
Yeah, because it's far away. It's not necessarily far, but
it is. It seems far. It really does.
It's over an hour away. Scout Bar to 19th hole, it's over an hour away. You know what I mean? So, and 19th hole is super awesome, and BFE, they're really, really awesome. Scout Bar is one of my personal favorite places to play. Winters is blowing up a little bit. Winters is okay. Yeah, Winters is okay. I like Winters.
I'm gonna say Zero's there tomorrow, but
Zero?
Zero's gonna be
Nice.
there tomorrow.
Sweet. You're in tune with all of the Houston local music, huh?
I try to be, just because I try to like repost and share stuff, like the Music After Dark, usually Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be like, hey, what's happening in Houston, post flyers.
Yeah.
And then I try to.
It's good to be supportive.
So much stuff is happening.
For real,
There can literally be a cool show at BFE on a Friday. Something at Scout on a Saturday, and something at 19th hole.
At the same time.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I kind of see is also happening, is there's really, especially now that we're leading into summer.
Right, yeah.
Cool shows happening in each neighborhood.
Simultaneously, yeah.
At the same time. So it's like, where do you go?
Which way, yeah. And that's got to be a hard choice.
And can you be at two places at one time?
I mean, you can probably do a video chat or something. Like, you have one friend at the 19th hole watching, like, a band, and they're like, here's a video chat, but then you're, like, at Scout Bar watching this other
Doing
band.
something
like,
else.
Trying to be supportive of both bands.
Do you think, a lot of us are like, support local music. Do you think that's, like, a real thing within our scene? Like, if you had any issues with Astrals, like you guys being a female band, and you don't have to say names if that has been a thing. Have y'all had issues booking places or experienced any pushback because of the female thing? Because Garbage Girlfriend does, obviously, because of their age, right?
Yeah,
They're minors, so they have some pushback.
That's understandable, yeah.
Do you guys have that at all?
Not really. I have not experienced that, no, thank goodness, because I'm pretty, like, I'll stand my ground for shit like that.
I would totally probably see.
It's like, don't discriminate. I'm a musician. This is like my whole life. Don't discriminate against me. You know what I mean? And it sucks that Garbage Girlfriend has to deal with that too, because I also empathize with them, because I was in a band when I was 12, 13, 14.
And what was that like? Was it hard?
It was hard. And, whenever we did play music at certain venues and stuff, like, I remember, I think it was kind of a challenge to get some of the gigs, like, especially bar gigs, you know what I mean? But also, back in the day, it was a lot more lenient than it is today.
I would definitely... Age was just a number, I think, right?
Back then it was way more lenient. But no, we had some pushback, and from what I remember, and if I'm wrong, then Jessica Stewart, please correct me. Sorry, I keep calling her Jessica Perry just because that was her maiden name. But yeah, so no current pushback, thankfully.
Are you guys all cool with like fans coming up to you guys after your shows? Is that like a cool? Are you guys weirded out by that at all?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love getting the support from people who are inspired, or like they really enjoy the music. It means a lot to me when they come up to me and tell me, hey, your music's fucking badass. Even the
how long have you guys been together?
So Magical Shit started in 2022 as an idea. Was not supposed to be a band. It was just me.
So post-COVID, okay.
Yeah, post-COVID.
I like a lot of them like pre-post. A lot of bands actually started pre.
Yeah, I
And they
know.
couldn't do shit, right? Because of
Yeah.
COVID, they got together and then COVID happened. So
Yeah,
they just wrote music.
because I just wrote the music. I just wrote it and I had them out. Like I had all the songs like ready and whatnot, and then Sarah, my best friend Sarah, she and I worked together at GC, and she was like, oh, you should open up for Little Big, because Little Big
Mm-hmm.
there, and she was just playing around. She's like, you should open up for Little Big. I'll be your DJ. You know what I mean? And then we talked about that, and then eventually a couple months later, lo and behold, after I wrote a few songs, we all started a band. I hit up Myra. Myra and I have history.
I love this story. It's cute. I love it.
But yeah, it got super gay. Like we all got super gay for each other about it, and the band, like I did not intend for it to be a band, but it just became one because I have such supportive and amazing friends that love me. And
Dude, but that's what we're talking about. This podcast, like this was just an idea,
And I want-
I'm
and-
taking off. Oh my gosh.
And I mean, the next time, we can definitely all do it together. This was just kind of last minute. Everybody is doing their own thing.
Life, because let's talk about that. How hard is it? Because I'm sure all of you have jobs, maybe significant others, possibly children,
Yeah.
and then you're in a band, right? So you have to have band practice plus life
Plus life.
plus
yes.
doing shows. Have you guys ventured out of Houston? Have you been to San Antonio, Austin, or Dallas?
Some magical shit has not. I want to, but we have not yet had an opportunity to go to another city yet.
Could you guys do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, because some bands can't,
Yeah.
right? Like sometimes it's like everybody wants to be a rock star and go on tour and be on the radio and like play in
Yeah.
California. But realistically,
Mm-hmm.
some people can't do that because they have lives.
Yeah.
Could y'all do that? The little mini Texas tour?
Yeah,
That's
of
what I'm
course.
like doing.
Of
I'm gonna
course.
like
We all
copyright that.
have.
Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin. Or
BC
starting in
Binge.
San Antonio, dude.
BC Binge did that. We had a Texas tour.
The Texas tour.
I love Texas tours, and we have supportive spouses, and we do all have kids. Myra doesn't have kids, but she has dogs.
Sometimes she wants another one.
She has dogs.
9 puppies at my house. Please take one.
Exactly, but yeah, so we all have our spouses and kids, and we're very lucky and fortunate to have people to support us, to allow
that makes
us
a
to do
difference.
that. Yeah, to allow us to do such a thing, So hopefully at some point we can.
Get out.
Yeah. Because that would be really cool. Like, I need to hit somebody up. I think we had a opportunity to do Beaumont, but I turned it down only because the sound. Sound is very important for some magical shit.
Mm-hmm. It actually really is. Y'all's show's very unique and different.
If we don't have, and if we don't have a good sound system, the backtracks are not gonna sound good, and then we're all gonna fuck up, and everything's gonna sound like shit, and that's gonna be a bad impression on the people who see us.
I heard that's like an up and coming place for
Which place?
Beaumont.
Yeah,
I had
Beaumont.
another band say something about
Mhm.
Beaumont, and I was like, wait, Beaumont?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, they're like thirsty for, I guess, the music that's happening here in Houston.
Beaumont is popping.
I'm like, wait, Beaumont?
I
Wait, I've driven through there going to like Charles. So I
Right?
don't know.
I had a band called Small Dog Syndrome. We were a punk ska band, and we played in Beaumont a hot minute, like a few times. And dude, like it was popping. These people are
Is it
bored.
small towns, you think? Because there's not,
Yeah, it's a small town. Everyone knows each other. They're all going out.
but they don't have.
They don't have very many bars, so they're just like, I'm just gonna, everybody's going out to see a band, and there's only a few places. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I played in Beaumont, I enjoyed it. Even with BC Binge, I played Beaumont with BC Binge. That was a lot of fun. It was the same place that I got offered to play as well for some magical shit. But yeah, I turned it down only because of the sound. I'm very picky. Like,
Was it a warehouse looking building?
no, it's just
Oh,
standard.
okay.
I forgot the name of it.
I've been seeing pictures. I just need to take a trip to Beaumont.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
good place.
Dude,
It's
we
great.
start on a bus and just go to Beaumont.
Let's go.
And catch some shows.
Let's go to Beaumont. Let's go on down to
Let's go
Beaumont. Because the Beaumont, they got everything down there.
Hey, look, I sell skull candles and went back to Lampasas, Texas for the equivalent of like the Pasadena Strawberry Festival.
Oh shit, yeah.
So this is a town, no hate on Lampasas, Texas. They have like 4 stoplights, an HEB, and like a Walmart.
That's it.
I brought skull candles
Oh shit.
in July, so I was coming off of Pride.
Mhm.
I do all of my candle modes in the Pride flag.
Mhm.
I sold out because these high school kids in this small town were like, "You're not from here, huh?" You know what I mean? Like they were just like this country ass town.
They just
and they're-
kind of knew. They just had a feeling.
They're
Yeah.
like buying up all this stuff, and I'm like, wow, there really is in some smaller towns no alternative music exposure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Even
yeah.
though there might be a need for it, right? Probably.
Yeah, they need. I mean, like music is important, and I think that everybody, or not everybody, but every city, every town needs to be exposed to all kinds of different genres
All
of music.
kinds.
Doesn't
all
matter.
kinds.
It's fucking polka. It doesn't matter. Just like fucking polka, synth punk, or some shit.
Dude,
Just-
all
just
kinds.
make some shit up. You know what I mean? Like infuse that shit. Music is beautiful.
It's the universal language. I keep bringing this up. It's the one thing that even if, and I sit in some shows, some very heavy metal shows, there's a lot of screaming. I am older. Sometimes I cannot even understand the things that they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I make jokes about some of the logos now that I can't even read,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm. The grindcore logos.
Please, okay, help me. I can't tag you and promote you if I can't read it. Okay, like there's this.
The grindcore logos.
Yes. God, I feel so old.
It looks like a tree.
String cheese. And Apex follows the whole string cheese effect. And I'm like, bro, help me. Like, I cannot promote you if I can't read it. And I get it that that's a whole thing. But please help me. Help y'all, please.
Fonts, Times Roman, or whatever it's called. Times New Roman font. Okay? Put it underneath your scribble scrabble.
Please. Or at least, like, DM me what it actually says.
I understand. My husband is in a grindcore band called Snag.
I
Is it
struggle.
grindcore? Sorry if I offended you, Snag. If
Okay,
it's
no, there's like
grindcore.
these mixing of genres, right? Because one of the questions I used to ask when I first started the podcast was like, when was music most influential? 60s, 80s, 90s, 2000s?
Man, for me, I'd have to say 90s, 2000s. That was the most nostalgic time for me whenever I started getting into music. Like, 90s, 2000s.
I'm gonna guess you like Pantera when most bands are like, oh,
Pantera.
I'm guessing that's not what inspires y'all's music, though.
It didn't inspire me, but Metallica did.
Yes.
I loved Metallica. I still do like Metallica.
Thank you.
Um,
I like Pantera, but
I appreciate
I am team
Pantera.
Metallica.
I try not to ever say a band sucks.
No, I don't think anybody knows.
You know what I mean? Like saying,
It's just
hey, that,
different.
yeah, exactly.
It's just different.
Like, I try not to ever, like, say this band or that band sucks, because music, just like art, is subjective.
That's very true.
You can literally sit there on the floor, you know, and literally, like, play noise and call it music. That's subjective. Somebody will be interested in it, because there's a noise scene in Houston, too. So, like, everything, like, doesn't matter. It doesn't suck. It's just not your thing. I mean, maybe, you know, and then when you first start playing, you know, you'll be playing and your guitar is out of tune and the drummer is not in tempo, but you know what? You're working on it. You're getting there. Just have to keep playing. Have fun with it, you know?
What shows do you guys have coming up? Do y'all have any shows booked?
Right now, we do not have any shows.
What?
I'm looking, I mean, like, I haven't been actively looking, only because I have a release coming out. It's subject to be released in April. So we're just kind of like taking a little break from it.
Okay.
So once the release comes out, then we'll start looking for shows. But the release is called, I don't know if I should call it an album or an EP. It's called Blind Bliss, but it's written in Cyrillic, like Russian Cyrillic, because a lot of the music I write is half Russian, half English, and this particular release is a story. It's basically a story, a hopeless romance, fictional, and it starts off with a song that's like, oh, I'm kind of like digging this person. I kind of like them. They're very mysterious. I don't really know them, but I want to know them. You know what I mean? And it kind of like, what's the word? Progresses into like more than just the mysterious. The second song is sexual. Second song is called Some Magical Shit, self-titled. And that song is the video that we are shooting on the 16th of March. So once that happens, Some Magical Shit, the actual video, that's whenever I will be able to announce the release date, because I have to edit it. I edit everything myself.
Do you?
But our friend,
She's like, I don't trust anybody.
yes, yes. But our friend JD, all's good. Okay,
No,
cool.
you're good.
Yeah, yes, sweet. Our friend JD, he's a photographer, an amazing photographer, amazing videographer. Don't Mind Me Studios. He does our videos for us. So, what is that called? A plug?
A plug?
A plug.
Shout out.
Shout out to JD, Don't Mind Me Studios. If you need an amazing photographer, an amazing videographer, hit up JD. But yes, so JD is going to do our video for us. He already did one video for us on YouTube. You can check it out. So I'm really excited for that.
Yay! Can we take a break?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's pause for that. This is so much fun. So, you want to get out of Houston. I love that.
Yeah, of course. And we're enrolled in this like Battle of the Bands with Ernie Ball.
Okay.
I don't know.
When is that happening?
So Ernie Ball Battle of Bands, you have to vote every single. Well, you don't have to vote every day if you don't.
Is there a
want to,
link and
but-
stuff? You guys are already up on that people can be voting for?
Yes,
I'll get that.
yes, and I'll give it to you. I don't know the link by heart, but yeah. So you go and you make a little account. It takes like 5 minutes or less, and then you vote, and then you can vote every 24 hours.
Dude, that's fun.
So if you win, you can
Wait.
play. I think it's a show in Florida, like November 16th or some shit like that, for a Warped Tour, and you get like $100,000 of gear. So, I
That's
mean,
cool.
that would be like ideal as fuck, especially for me, because I work at fucking Guitar Center.
She finally said it. She might
I
have.
work at Guitar
I
Center.
think you said GC a couple of times.
I have no shame. It's not like a bad. I have no shame. I love Guitar Center. I love it. I love my job. But yes,
This will be fun. For the subscriber watching this, prove that you subscribe. Show the other interview that I did where someone else works for Guitar Center.
everybody.
Because I've had a couple other people on this podcast from different bands
Man, all the
that work from
motherfuckers.
Guitar Center.
All the motherfuckers in Houston that play
They
in
wouldn't
bands.
say
there's
it.
always
None of them
one-
would say it. None
There's
of them would
always
say it.
one person in a band that works at Guitar Center. There's always one. Always one.
And it's corporate as shit, right? Like, that's just what I think of Guitar Center.
It is a corporate company, yes.
And
It is corporate.
And I am not, please don't like send me cease and desist. I would love to give you shout outs all the time. Be a sponsor, Guitar Center.
be a sponsor.
Be a sponsor. I'll like add your logo somewhere, like how Lucid Screens is. Is there not other local guitar music stores in Houston?
There are.
I mean, because when you
actually.
think of the population of Houston, let's think about that. We're like the fourth largest
city in the United States, yes. Yeah.
Is the only music store in Houston Guitar Center?
No, there's Rock and Robin.
Okay.
Rock and Robin is off Montrose, and they've been there for a long time. And I used to go there when I was a little kid.
Okay.
My dad used to take me there.
I don't know because I'm not a musician.
But yeah,
If you watch that, you know about me.
I know.
I'm a normie. Okay, I don't have the musician brain.
Sadly, there was a music store called Sam Ash. They closed down a couple of months ago. They had been a company for a very long time as well. They also had one in San Antonio. I don't know if they closed that one down, but Sam Ash was really cool. I really liked going there.
I would think that'd be like, is that a I would think that'd be a hard business to be in.
It is, because Guitar Center is
Like, you can't buy them in bulk from Temu,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no. I'm being so dead ass. Like, how do you? They're very expensive pieces of equipment.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you get the Guitar Center credit card. 6 months, no interest. Don't forget the pro coverage. Pro coverage covers your gear.
They're like thousands of dollars. Musical instruments are like I have a daughter that plays violin, so they're very expensive pieces of equipment.
For
Jesus
real.
Christ, they're
You're
so
not
expensive.
wrong. No.
How?
Just how do you get it? Like,
How do artists like? How?
well,
Like struggling artists, like literally, I have like those artists see like literally like those painter people. They're like starving artists. I really think musicians is also fits into that starving artist category, maybe.
legitimately, we sell our souls to the devil. And no, I'm just kidding. But no, for me, like, I mean, like, I was fortunate that when I was growing up, I had equipment that I can like use and then sell and get new stuff. You know what I mean?
Trade up, right? Pawn shops is
Yes.
like tools, so you can buy them in pawn shops, right?
That, and then Guitar Center, you can sell your shit to Guitar Center, and then they'll like give you
Oh, can you
Yeah.
really do that?
yes. Guitar Center.
This is not a
Buys-
plug for them.
buys-
That's so funny. This is not
Thank
actually.
you for calling Guitar
This is
Center.
not a plug for them. I didn't know. I did not know. Can you really do that?
Yes,
So like,
it's not a plug for Guitar
okay,
Center.
that acoustic. I can take that into.
Yes, you take it into a Guitar Center and sell it, but
That's cool, yeah.
it's a little bit better than a pawn shop. Whereas a pawn shop, you know, they'll offer you like maybe 30% of what they're gonna sell it for. Whereas Guitar Center is like 40 to 60% depending on the situation, you know.
Okay, cool.
So if you have like a really badass Paul Reed Smith guitar, that I have a
She's
Paul
like,
Reed Smith
wait, wait,
tattoo,
wait.
you know, this is my Paul Reed Smith tattoo, and it's like a $3,000 guitar or something, you know. We work with people on that, so. But if
I
it's
seriously don't think people know that's a thing.
that GC buys
That's
stuff.
I don't think Facebook Marketplace would look like it looks like with guitars.
Well,
if people
would
knew that you
you-
guys were doing that.
Well, would you look at that now? Guitar Center has to promote me to
I'm talking all
CEO.
this shit about Guitar Center now. I'm like, dude,
Guitar
I'm
Center has to
promote.
promote me to CEO because I just promoted.
That's
Don't
really,
fire me.
Dude, that's really cool. No,
Yeah.
I mean that's. And is it just with guitar? Any equipment? Can you with
Any equipment, if it's working condition,
Like so,
if
keyboards,
it's hot,
drums.
drums depends on the store. Our store, we don't buy drums unless they're high end. Keyboards, yes. Guitars, yes.
Well, because there's different kinds. There's like those and the digitally ones. I said
Yeah.
digitally ones. I'm like so
Electronic-
fucking blonde right now. I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking
I'm
dumb.
blonde.
I'm
Underneath
so
my
fucking dumb
hair,
right now.
underneath my colored hair is blonde. It's
The-
all good. Yeah, drum sets are iffy. We try not to buy in drum sets, just to be real. Like,
Because it's
these are our
oversaturated,
stores.
right? Because everybody's like in like
It depends on the store.
5 bands. Because
Yeah, it depends on the.
everybody's a drummer.
It depends on the store. It depends on the
She's
market.
laughing because she knows it's true. Every drummer is in like 5 bands.
Every
Yes.
drummer is in 5 bands or more, or a bass player.
Fucking Josie's in like 4 bands.
Why?
I'm like,
There's 2 drum sets in this room. Right now.
seriously, they're literally.
Is there any more drum sets? Am I missing one?
It's a two. Like the keyboard.
Oh, there's one on the top of the ceiling,
There's-
upside down.
The storage.
You don't see it. There's one over there. It's upside down. It's on the ceiling.
Yeah, drummers.
It's an alien drum set. It's a Tama. Yo mama.
I love you so much. She's like my spirit animal so much. I love her. Oh my gosh. So, we've talked about merch.
Mhm.
We've talked about getting out of Houston.
Mhm.
Get in my DMs.
Yeah, please.
My
like,
San Antonio bands, my Austin bands.
we'll
get
be
in my
ready after
DMs.
April. We'll be ready after April.
So, are you like where's that gonna happen at? Is there a location picked for this?
For the music
Announcement?
video or for the
music video, the announcement, everything that's happening? Like, is there a certain place? Are we gonna have like a fun
So
get together, stream it live, do some fun?
okay, so there's 2 parts. All right, I'll try not to talk too much because I talk a lot, but
Okay, it's
This
a podcast. It's like
upcoming-
the one time we can talk as much as
That is
we
true.
want to.
I try to be entertaining. This Sunday, we're doing part 1 music video. We're going to our homie JD's house. Don't Mind Me Studios.
Don't mind me too, shout out.
Don't Mind Me Studios. And we're gonna be doing like the first part of the video there, which is just the band playing.
Okay.
Just the band playing. We're just playing, that's it. Maybe me singing in certain parts somewhere else, I don't know. So, and then the 16th, we have 2 destinations. The first destination is at Orbit Studios, and that's just gonna be a very personal kind of thing. I have 2 actors, my friend Sophie and her husband Nathan, and they are basically gonna be there doing their thing. I'm not gonna go into detail because it's complicated, and I've had a couple, it's too much to talk about.
You just need to
I've
be,
had-
you just have to be there.
You're just gonna have to
You
wait
just
and
have
see.
to-
You're just gonna have to wait and see. But then at that, so Nathan and Sophie, they're gonna do their thing at the Orbit Studios. I'll be there singing my shit. And then after that, like 2 or 3 hours later, we're going to Bones above Scale Bar. And they're gonna do their acting part there as well. There's another acting part. So anybody can come to that part and be a body. Just
Wait,
in the
when is that on
background.
the 16th?
Yeah, the 16th of March. Anybody can go there and just be a body. Just sit in the background or be at the bar. It doesn't matter. Just be a body. So you can come. You bring your whole family. Bring everybody, and just be there.
Okay.
You're not acting. You're just there.
You're just there. And it's a cool place anyways.
Yeah,
if you've never been there, it's a cool place anyways.
Yeah. So if anybody, it doesn't matter who, if anybody wants to come out to Bones on March 16th after 6 p.m., that is when we're gonna do the second part of the video with the actors, and you'll just be in the back, chilling, drinking a beer
Yeah, that's so cool.
or margarita or something, whatever your poison is.
I love it. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We gotta get like you guys both at similar places. Oh my gosh.
I'm all for it, man. Especially after April. April is basically like I said,
So your jumping off spot would be April. You're just chilling until April.
yes, because number one, so unfortunately, my computer, there's something wrong with my computer. I got the pro coverage. I always say that it's a joke, like Guitar Center's pro coverage. I got the warranty and I sent it off to them. Like, unfortunately, I don't know exactly what happened, but my fucking dumbass cat like knocked over my computer, and it was like hanging by the charger, and I'm assuming the charger port got damaged or possibly a battery problem, I don't know, and I couldn't charge it anymore. It wasn't charging anymore, and I even bought a new charger, and I tried that and didn't charge, and my whole life is on that computer.
Yeah, I think I would be like that.
Yeah, so I was,
Grow up.
I
Oh
was
my
heartbroken.
God.
So I have to
I'm
wait
like
for
sweating
that.
now just thinking about like
Yeah, I know.
like, oh my god.
I have to wait for it.
Whew.
I have to wait for it to come back, and then once it comes back, then I can start like editing the video. Editing process for me, because I'm so fucking like focused on like my art and shit, probably take me about a week and a half.
Because you
2
want it to look
weeks.
good, right? Like you want to
Yeah.
send it out into the world.
Yeah, and I've already done it before. I love to edit. I love to do that so much, and I have visions and stuff. So, but I can't do shit until I get my computer back. When I get my computer back, and hopefully I get it back before the 16th, because if I get it back before the 16th, then I can start editing like right after that. Which the 16th is obviously the second part of the video, and we're good. So that's my plan. And once I start editing the video and I get like halfway through, I'll do a release date announcement. It's gonna be in April.
Okay.
It will be in April, hopefully in the beginning.
Okay.
These motherfuckers need to hurry up and fix my shit. It can't, in my mind, I'm like, man, it can't be.
She's like, hurry up already.
Right? In my mind, it's like, it can't be anything serious, because my computer is like a very good computer, and it was working perfectly. It's just not charging. It's just not charging. So it can't be anything bad, you know what I mean? It can't be. Regardless, this is crazy. The day before my computer died, I took all my songs from my album, Blind Bliss, the new one, and I sent it to myself. had I not sent myself these songs.
Holy. Yeah,
And the live songs, the live tracks too. I sent everything to myself. Just in case something happened. And something fucking happened. The day after.
That's so funny. That's what I like.
Yeah. So
Have things triple saved, double saved everywhere.
Yes.
Just in case.
I got lucky. So I'm not.
Technology will fail us at some point. So.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Because technology is completely fucking.
Oh, it's gonna fail us.
Not 100%,
It's gonna fail us.
It's not reliable all the time, Can't rely on it.
I have had the best time hanging out with you.
I'm so glad. I'm really glad.
I cannot actually wait for her to go, like, be in the car and be like, okay, she's cool. We gotta get the rest of the band involved. No,
Yes, I need them here.
I like joke. I'm gonna like start merging like, your cherry got popped on like Music After Dark, because I love the fact that I'd say 99.9% of the people on this that have been on this podcast have never been on a podcast, and I love that so much.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to expect, right?
I've never been on a
I'm
podcast
nervous.
either, so it's my first time. Thank you for
This is
popping my
chill.
cherry.
Yes.
I am no longer a virgin. It feels great.
Now the rest of you podcasts.
No
go
regrets.
hard.
No regrets. No regrets.
No,
No
I've had
regrets.
so much fun with you.
Me too, I have to say. Like, it was great,
And now we're gonna drive to Pasadena and hang out. No,
right? For reals. I'd be all for it. But you do live, like, on the east
I
side.
do.
We both live on the east side. East side home.
Seriously. Do you go to other shows? Like when you have nights off,
When I have a night off,
do
if
you
I
go
can.
out to other shows and do stuff on your nights off? Like, what are your nights off?
Man,
I feel like at home in bed. That's all mine are.
it's hard to say because, like, I have my girls and stuff.
You know when I'm not doing a podcast because you like cannot reach me after like 7 p.m.
I don't really get
So I'm like passed out on my couch.
I don't
at, like,
really
8.
get to go out much, I really don't get to go out much and do like extracurricular activities unless it's like with the band. I have my 2 children that I take care of, and like my husband helps me out and stuff like that. But like sometimes I try to go out to shows. Like if I can, I will. Like I want to support as many local musicians as I can, but a lot of the times, most of the time, honestly, unfortunately, like I can't go out. Like I can't. Like I work and I'm tired a lot and I'm socially awkward and I have my children
Everybody.
and I ride and I'm a homebody. You know what I mean? There's just so many like things that go into it. Like, but I want to go out more. I do. I want to go out more, and I'm probably going to go out more this year, or if I can, if I'm allowed to, or not allowed, but if I'm able to, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's ultimately my goal, is to get out a little bit more this year and see more bands and support. That's something I feel like I really need to do and want to do, so.
Hashtag we need drivers. We need drivers to drive some of us to shows.
Yes, drivers.
Because you'd probably be cheaper than Uber, so.
Right? No, for real.
I'm not even gonna tell you what like leaving the rodeo costs in an Uber.
Dude,
Don't do it. Take the train. Take the
Dude,
train.
I went to the rodeo last week.
Take the train.
We had a VIP tent. My husband works for a company called, well, maybe I shouldn't say, I don't know. He works for a company.
You can
sponsored-
say it, but we can bleep it out later.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
He works for a company that is sponsored by, I think, Shell or something.
Okay, that's cool.
Watch, he's gonna be like, you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. He works for a
Like
company
it's
sponsored
ExxonMobil. I'm getting fired.
yeah, he gets fired. No, I'm just joking. He won't. But he works for a company that's sponsored by Shell, I think, and then they had their own little tent.
Dude, that's cool. So was it part of the barbecue cook-off?
Yeah, something, and then like
She's like, look at me. What do I know about the rodeo?
I don't know shit about the rodeo. I mean, this is the first time I went to the rodeo in like 6 years. So
I saw Reba.
nice.
Dude, I cried. That was like on my bucket list. That was like on my, like probably top 5 of like musical people I would like to see that are still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn! Congratulations. What about a dick?
Yeah, no, I literally
Sorry.
paid $10 for that ticket.
I'm sorry, yes.
I love Reba so much. Literally, the day the rodeo announcement was made was like, I'm gonna have to sell a kidney to see her.
Sometimes
Literally,
you gotta sell a kidney.
some days you just need to look on Ticketmaster and StubHub the day of rodeo shows.
And don't forget to go on Marketplace, Facebook.
Seriously,
Marketplace.
I paid $10 to see Reba. Like
That's awesome though.
The fucking service fee was more than the ticket.
Shit, man. That's
Like,
crazy.
make that make sense to me. Like, I'm like,
I'm happy you got to see it.
I'm like
Yeah.
crying, being like, I got $100. Like, what?
Damn, I mean, I'm just
And then at
happy
the
you
same
got to see
time,
it.
being like, how does that make sense? All
Nothing
the
makes sense.
monopolization of the music scene is fucking crazy.
Exactly.
And
I
ticket
agree.
sales and all of that stuff.
Do you remember?
I think that would be a whole other podcast episode to
Right?
even talk about that.
Do you remember? And I don't know if you experienced this, but back in the day, do you remember Battle of the Bands at Fitzgerald's?
I do.
Battle of the Bands at Fitzgerald's. I was in my first band, Hydraulics, and we won the Battle of the Bands at Fitzgerald's actually, and we ended up getting like a free recording or something from Duotone Studios. I don't know if it's still a thing, but yeah, ticket sales ultimately like played a role in winning. Like when we
I
were
did not
kids-
realize until recently that when you book certain venues, you guys are like required to sell a certain amount of tickets.
Yeah, sometimes.
I did not know that was a thing.
It's a
until
hustle.
recently.
Honestly, my personal opinion is,
I'm so sorry I'm broke. I'm so sorry I'm broke and cannot buy more tickets
Dude,
for
no,
bands.
dude.
Like,
it's understandable. Honestly,
I would buy them and not even be able to go to the shows. Like, but
They'll
like,
buy the
I didn't
ticket.
even know if that was a thing.
it is a thing. I think what it is like they challenge the bands and they want them to that's a way of promoting. That's the only thing I can think of is like they promote
Through the ticket sales?
through the ticket sales. They're like, hey, do this. That's a strategy to get more people out. It's a strategy. And I get where they're coming from, but yeah, it does kind of suck. It does. To be judged based on your ticket sales.
I didn't know until
It was like that back then.
I interviewed a band and they were like, no, we had to do, like, we were required to sell this. And I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I also did not know that promoters was a real job
Yeah.
until I interviewed Apex Fallen.
Promoters.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're like, no, we can't book certain unless we go through. And I was like, wait, that's a real thing?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, are you fucking kidding me? Like, literally, mind blown, being like, wait, we live in this world of oversaturation with social media,
Mhm.
but there's people gatekeeping venues. Like,
Yeah.
that's a like, and you know, without name dropping,
People
being
will
messy.
pay-
I did not know that that's a
Mhm.
fucking thing that's happening.
Yeah. And
That
people
like you
will-
can't call up a venue and maybe email a venue because they might have a gatekeeper that you have to go through. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah. It's more difficult nowadays.
That's nuts, dude. That's totally nuts.
It's
to me.
unfortunate, but it is what it is. You just have to keep, pushing your brand, your art, your music, and that's all you can do.
So how do you guys book shows? Are you making friends with other bands to book shows? Are you having to go through a promoter to get on?
Well, we don't have a promoter per se. Some Magical Shit is rather new, this particular band, but so I try to, a lot of times we get exposure, and then the exposure leads to people that want to book us. For example, like I've already had like some like contacts with people, with Scout Bar and 19th Hole and stuff like that. I've had like these connects, and that's essentially how we got our, what was our first show?
So networking is very
Yeah,
important.
networking. Our first show was actually at the SLM Awards on Scout Bar in 2023, 2024. I can't.
It was last year.
Yeah, 2023, not 2024, but 2023. And that was our first show. Then we played the Secret Group. That was a lot of fun. We were totally like I guess what's the word, like the odd one out because everybody else was like metalcore, hardcore, and then it's just us. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So you gain promoters and like people who are interested in helping book shows through your experiences. You know what I mean? Like through the shows that you had already booked. And then of course I've been around for a long time, so like I said, I have some connects. I've been around since I was 13. That's 20 years ago. So
My
20
has
years.
the music scene changed.
has it changed?
Has it changed?
Oh fuck yeah. Social media.
He's like shaking his head.
Social
You're gonna
media.
blame me. He's just like social media.
Social media is the big indicator of the change because people are getting lazy. Back then we had flyers. You put
Oh, my little
flyers.
street teams. I like actually talk about it. I'm like,
Mhm.
I would honestly pay attention more to a fucking flyer being left in my windshield at HEB than I do to the event pages on fucking Facebook because there's so fucking many.
There's so many.
There's so many.
the flyer. It's
I'm gonna have to pull it out of my goddamn windshield. I'm gonna be irritated about it.
it's tangible.
Which is probably gonna make me pay attention to it. 'Cause I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. It's in your
Oh,
face.
So I'm gonna be like, wait, what is this? And especially me, because I'm in the music scene, if it's a band, that's really gonna make me
Mhm.
pay attention.
It's like it's tangible.
Bring
It's
back street themes.
They-
I
they-
think it's something we should bring back.
right. 100%.
Even if it's just simple black and whites, I'm sure Kinko's or somebody it's like could be cheap as shit. Just
dude, like I
magical
fucking print my
shit.
shit out.
Friday, 8 p.m. Scalp bar, whatever, and just
Put a QR code on that. shit.
yes.
Put a
And
QR
just-
code on that shit.
and
That
just-
should be a song for a rapper.
Please bring it.
Put a QR code on that shit.
I think it would do better than the fucking event page. Like the event
Like
on
they
Facebook
work.
are fucking nuts, dude.
Like they work, but they
it's so much.
it's
shit.
not as personable.
There's so much shit happening.
I miss the days where you would have flyers. I miss those days.
I still make flyers.
I do too now. Like
Yeah,
I made
all
a
my
flyer.
walls are covered with a lot of them.
I
that
see
made.
that, and it's amazing.
Here we go. Everything was dumb.
There's a
We're gonna
BC
pay
Binge
attention.
one right there.
Yeah, we
The
did
blue
a,
one.
Yeah. Weren't you in BC Binge?
Yes.
Cause we did a show with you, Demonic Ken. I'm in Bad Trip, also.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But see, it's a small world. Even though
Yeah, I
Houston's
got
a
you.
fucking big ass city, it's a
I
small
got
world.
your sticker on my door.
I
so
see that.
It's so big, but our music scene is really.
I brought stickers and shit.
Our
today,
music
too.
scene is like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, if you really think about it. I mean, it really is like everybody's somehow. How
For
many bands
reals.
are you in?
I got it down to 3 now.
down to 3.
How many were you in?
6.
Jesus Christ. So are you
Back to
were
that
you
drummer.
practicing every day?
Yeah.
Holy shit. So no breaks.
Yeah, if I wasn't, I was the house drummer for a concert pub in
Mhm.
Acadia.
Damn.
And then, yeah, running rehearsals 4 times a week, shows on the weekend.
God dang. That's
And then
that's a
plus
lot.
run-
This place.
And then,
Like
and
this
then running,
place.
and then running this place too.
Yeah. You run this place?
Yeah.
Like the whole
Yeah.
Yes. I'm the,
My goodness.
I'm the manager.
Sir, you are
And then
very
having to
busy.
deal with my bullshit, like, we got a podcast.
You are a very busy man, sir. My goodness.
Yeah, this is what I do for a living.
I respect that.
Bless his heart.
I respect that.
It's a lot of work. And then dealing with all these musicians around here, Lord.
He's
have
like,
mercy.
Dealing with
Yeah.
these fucking shitty assholes, yes.
He's like,
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
He's like
The
dealing
now,
with
some of them
Ashley.
got egos. Some of them are really cool, but some of them got that big rock star ego. It's like,
Yeah,
Hey, that's
exactly.
one question that I sometimes ask that you don't have to answer. Egos obviously affect the music scene, and
it's
they're
not as
been-
bad as it used to be,
dude.
but it's
No,
still
that's
out
why I'm
there.
saying there have been bands that I heard on the radio that aren't even together anymore because of that.
The ego and whatnot.
You know what I mean? Come at me.
Yeah, like as far as ego goes, yeah, like
Because you guys are like a family, right? Like I cannot play an instrument. I'm not in a band. You bands, it's been y'all are like family. Y'all spend so much time together.
yeah,
Right.
of
That
course, yeah.
And
I would
argue
assume
and
if someone had
bicker.
an ego problem, it would.
It would
It would be a
cause
problem.
problems. Yeah. And you see, like, as the songwriter and producer of some magical shit, I try my best to make sure that that everybody in the band feels comfortable, and I don't want anybody to feel any sort of ill way towards me, like I have no, I personally, I'm not egotistical at all. I'm actually very like open-minded. Like I don't have like certain expectations. Just know your parts. And they all know their parts and they all do a great job, and that's really all it takes. Just know your parts. And I'm not trying to like fight for the main attention or anything. It's just
Well, and so like kids at home that want to be in bands, it's not just about music though anymore, right? You need to know music and communication skills and networking
Yeah.
skills and social media skills and
Art design.
all skills.
Yeah.
You need to know it all. DIY mofo for the rest of our lives.
so maybe music was easier. Remember my original question in the 60s and 70s?
Yeah, but a lot of those
is
bands were
now?
getting ripped off by management, though.
I wouldn't know because I was born in the 90s.
Because most bands were getting screwed by management.
That's why everybody's independent. A lot of bands won't sign record deals. They're like, nah, we're
Is that a thing? Like, is like RCA, like are those record companies still big deals? Or like RCA, CMA, right? I'm like trying to think of like
Like being signed,
record companies. Like, yeah, who would
They're still
bands
there.
get signed to?
they get signed. Like there's
I'd like to be independent instead of be signed.
me too. I do independent, but if somebody came at me and they wanted to sign me, I would really like look over the contract. Because what ultimately matters is that you're being treated right and that you agree to a fair contract. Because what if someone wants to sign you and you sell your like music and stuff and you only get like 15% of the sales?
Retain your masters.
Make sure that you don't
So
sell.
being in a rock
yourself.
band is like being in a whole business, really.
And that's why I do
Right.
things DIY right now. I do everything DIY. I make my own art. I make my own.
A lot of bands are doing that. A lot of bands are putting their own
See.
merch and doing that whole thing.
I don't trust anybody either. Like I don't. Besides my photographer, Don't Mind Me Studios. Fifth time I called him out in a good way. But yeah, so like I don't trust a lot of people with stuff like that. So I just do a lot of it on my own.
Cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Gotta get you booked on some shows. Maybe my birthday.
I would love to play your birthday. You just have to hit me up and let me know, and I'll be there.
We're gonna be doing some things in June. We're gonna be
And
doing
and
some
then
things
like
in
I'll
June.
talk to the band and make sure it's okay.
Yay.
Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, those are all good days.
Those are good days.
I like how I jump.
Yeah, I
Did
play
you-
too.
I'm telling you,
Pick a band.
some good things are gonna be happening in June. So stay tuned
It's a great month.
for that.
My
Yay!
birthday's in September.
Oh, my Lucas has a birthday in September.
You're who?
Lucas, he's 4. He has a birthday.
He's 4?
Mm-hmm.
Only 4 years old? That's your son?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old.
Aw,
I have a 2-year-old too.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes, I have a 2-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old
I
son.
have a 7 and a 9-year-old. How many kids do you have?
I have 4. So I have a 21-year-old, a 15-year-old, 4, and then 2. I was like done, and then I was an idiot and started over. No, I love.
That's cool. I didn't know you had a 2-year-old. That's
Yes, I have
really
a
awesome.
Very interesting age.
You get
now.
to like experience that like new mom feeling all over again. You know,
And
it's a
it's
good feeling.
very survived the whole formula shortage thing. Dude, that was a real thing.
Yeah.
That was a real thing. It was
Right.
actually fucking terrifying.
Shit, I can't
Because
imagine.
we could not find formula for it was a whole thing.
Damn,
I'm
yeah.
like we were literally like driving
Damn.
hours out of Houston to because she
Get
had
the
a
med- yeah.
milk sensitivity, so she was on the
Mhm.
yeah. So I have literally I have a nice age gap of children and have experienced. Lucas was born during COVID.
It's always
I
cold.
tested positive for COVID.
Tested positive for COVID
I
and
tested
for
positive
pregnancy.
for COVID in the middle of an emergency C-section.
Oh
Like,
shit!
and could not even see him for 10 days. Like,
Oh
so
my god!
one child born in the middle of the pandemic, and then the other one born in the middle of the formula shortage.
God, that's some bad luck right there,
That
man.
is fucking Murphy's Law right there.
Shit. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah. So it's super crazy. The world's
My
crazy.
My daughter Jackie, she had GERD, and I had to like give her this like weird formula. I don't even know, Elicare or some shit like that. And then I had to buy this other shit to thicken it because she would throw up everywhere, and like that shit was so expensive. Thank goodness for WIC. If you're a new mom, WIC. Medicaid, WIC, food stamps, get on that shit right now.
Seriously.
For all the moms out there, WIC. Don't forget. Texas Children's. WIC.
That'd be a fun sponsor for this podcast.
I don't know,
We'll,
I'm
like,
just saying a
do
bunch of
15 minutes of nutritional videos at the end of every podcast.
I don't know, I don't
Okay,
know.
I'll check that out. I love it.
WIC.
Oh my God.
They pay for your shit. That's all you have to
I
know.
love it. I've had so much fun with
Because
you.
it's just so fucking expensive.
It's disgustingly expensive. I have had so much fun with you.
I am glad. I've had fun
Cannot
as
wait.
well.
To drive down to Pasadena. No, yeah?
Hmm?
You're down in Pasadena?
Deer
No.
Park.
Deer Park.
Same thing.
Okay.
More east.
Love it. We're gonna do it again. I can't wait.
Yes, for sure. And then like whenever this happens, we'll arrange it with the rest of the band and stuff. This was just last minute, so I figured I'd come and make my impression first. And
So excited.
whenever they're ready, then I'll be ready too.
Yay.
For sure.
This was fun. So now we would. Do you want to do any shout outs to anybody before we start?
Who do I want to shout out to? WIC? Sorry.
Fucking yes.
Guitar Center.
It's hard.
No. God, please no. Why am I doing this? Okay, shout out to my husband first and foremost for always being so supportive of me and loving me. Thank you, Marshall. Shout out to the band members, Brianna, my sister and soul sister. Shout out to Sarah, my best friend. I love her so much. Shout out to Myra, my fucking number one homie for, I don't know, I've known Myra for like over 15 years. She helped me graduate fucking school. Shout out to, let's see, who else? My coworkers. I love my coworkers. I have a big heart, big heart. And shout out to, I guess, I don't know, my children, Stella and Jackie. I love you guys so much. They also support me and love my music.
Dude, that's cool.
Big fans of Korn as well. And I think that's it for now. I'll probably leave and be like, man, I forgot to shout out to somebody.
That's okay. You can send them to me and I can add them in the bio.
Perfect. There we go.
I love it. I've had so much fun with you. I'm gonna wave and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.